What should a law firm look for when selecting an IT provider? The first thing is cybersecurity. So law firms typically have a ton of not only their data, but their clients' data. And this data often contains much personal information of maybe your clients, or your clients' clients. So you really need to make sure that you have a strong cybersecurity stance. You need to have things like encryption on all your files and encryption available on your email service. You need to have strong network security in your business to make sure that malicious actors can't access your network or your computers through your network. You need to make sure that you're enabling MFA on all accounts possible. You need to make sure that your business has a next-gen AV solution like SentinelOne or CrowdStrike. No longer is a system like Norton or McAfee good enough to protect your business. You need to really make sure that you have an MDR solution so that your accounts are all monitored and that any login to your email, your cloud storage accounts are monitored and can be addressed almost instantaneously if a bad actor has gained access to one of your accounts. The next big topic that you want to consider when selecting an IT provider for your law firm is the support options. And this may be things as simple as making sure that their working hours align with your working hours. So sometimes if you're on the West Coast, you may want to look for an IT vendor on the West Coast, or at least one that also operates in your same operating hours. The next is communication. You want to make sure there's a clear and defined way that you're going to communicate with your IT provider and that you're going to have regular scheduled meetings to discuss what's going on technology-wise inside of your firm. And the next is, how are they going to support you? Is it going to be remotely, on-site, or both? In a perfect world, the best way to support a company in our mind is to do remote support for all the things that can be done remotely, but you need to have that on-site option for setting up new equipment or addressing, big time failures in your network or maybe your server infrastructure. The next thing is what type of training programs do they offer? Do they offer an annual and ongoing cybersecurity awareness training program to make sure that your staff is educated on all the current threats? And the last thing that you want to consider when you're selecting an IT provider for your law firm is what they call an SLA. So this is what type of response that you can become accustomed to when you submit a request for support. So are they going to address your issues in 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, immediately? Does it depend on the priority of the issue? These are all things that you're going to want to discuss when you're selecting a new IT provider. Then the last big topic we want to talk about when you're selecting an IT provider for your law firm is, what type of industry experience do they have? Have they worked with other law firms before? Are they familiar with the software that you use inside of your business? And another big one is, what is their compliance standards? Are they able to help your company achieve the compliance that is required to achieve based on the law? And the other thing is references. So, you want to make sure that you get references of other law firms that they work with, and you're able to call them and see what their experience has been. And you want to make sure that they can scale their services to meet your business. So if you're in a law firm that's growing quickly and you're adding new staff on a regular clip, you want to make sure that your IT provider is going to be able to grow your internal solution and scale their support options to support you. So when you're selecting a new IT provider for your law firm, you want to focus on those three big things: their cybersecurity stance, their support offerings, and then their expertise in your industry.